You are watching Rise of the Phoenix, The Interview. My name is Julie Adenuga and this is ICIE. His debut EP, The Phoenix, is out now, so we are here today to find out more about the man behind the music. I suppose the most important question we should start with, ICIE, is your love for music. Where did it stem from? Where did your musical journey begin?
Yeah.
And why are you still here? You've been in the game now for approximately, we've worked out, 16 years. So what is it that's keeping you here? Why are you still creating music?
My love of music came, I guess, like every young person, kind of listening to Michael Jackson. So listening to Billie Jean, and I just loved how, I don't know, he would connect with his audiences. So you would see old people in the audience, young people, Asian people, black people, all kind of cultures and everything. And I thought, I would love to make music like that, music that can just connect on every single level. And so from there, I was just like, I love the art form of making music, writing lyrics. Used to do poetry, and it just kind of fused into one thing. And I've been doing it, like you said, 16 years, make me sound old. But
it's not that old, don't worry, it's fine.
No, it is. Once they do the math, it is old. But no, I've just been doing it for that long, because it is the love. That's what keeps me in it, the passion, the love for it, the creativity, being able to think of something in your head, put it down on paper and then put it in the studio and put it out there, and people connect with it. They were not there when you thought of it in your head, but them still being able to relate to the experience. So yeah, love it.
Do you have a favourite side of making music? Do you prefer to write the lyrics? Do you prefer to record the tracks and do loads of takes? What's like the bit that is the most sort of...
I think it's the writing part, because that part there, that's when all the ideas are coming together, from the verse, the chorus, and I love coming up with an idea. Like, I get ideas from different sources, so like newspapers, the news, or programs. Sometimes what people I can be on a bus and hear
conversation.
Yeah, and be like, that would be a great song. And so that writing process, when I'm writing, and I'm seeing the ideas come together, I'm happy. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for someone to hear this.
Yeah. So you said you used to do poetry. You used to write poetry. Have you always been that guy, the literacy guy, or did you have strengths in other areas?
Always literacy. Like, I was rubbish in maths.
Oh really?
I got an E in maths.
Is that why we couldn't work out the 16 years?
Yeah, I couldn't work out. I left that to you. I can't work out. I'm rubbish at maths. My mum got me tutors. Like,
you tried the whole thing.
Everything, and I still got an E.
Oh, okay.
And like, me and my wife, a few years ago, we were doing like applying to be teachers and stuff. We had to go and redo the whole thing, GCSEs. I didn't even get what did I get? I got an F, E? I think
I shouldn't laugh.
I got lower than what I got in GCSEs. So I've always been literacy. That's my favourite, because I've always loved to see words and like see the imagery in my head. And so when I used to read like Roald Dahl, Enid Blyton, I'm just me. This is just me, myself, and the book. So the only imagery I have, the only imagination I have, is in my mind to conjure up the characters and to conjure up the storyline. And that helps now when I do the music, because I'm bringing literally, again, words to life when you hear it.
And when you're writing, do you have, because I always think about this with different artists, some people are better at creating a picture than others. It's just a thing that happens in terms of levels of lyricist. Do you go into your songs with an idea of what it is you're trying to get out before you started? Or like you said, is it just passing conversation and then that may turn into something else and that turns into something else?
I think I have an initial idea in my mind that I want this song to be about being addicted to Facebook. Where that leads in terms of the verse, the flow, that's what gets sorted out in that whole process. But in my mind, I'm like, this is what I want to write about. It's just how we get it out there.
Yeah.
And, I just try to, I might write the first verse, and for me, it would be like, that's rubbish, I'll scrap that. I'll never actually throw away the lyrics. I'll just have to put it to the side and be like, okay, we need to start again. But each line has to make sense because of that end goal of what I'm trying to do. So I can't just fill up the line for like filling up sake. It has to make sense of in terms of the overall theme of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So I love doing that. I love creating those storylines and those characters.
Seeing that lyrics and lyricism is so important to you, do you sometimes get frustrated when people don't understand what you said at the end, when they listen back and maybe like misinterpret what it was you were trying to get across?
But I think I used to get annoyed at it because I thought I put my effort into that. Like, and so people would just listen to it, be like, oh, that was good. I'm like, yeah, but did you understand it? Like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, then you've kind of missed it. But now what I've done is I've started to, I put hidden gems in the music.
Yeah.
So there's a line, it sounds like but it's a double entendre. It sounds like what it sounds like, but if you go a bit deeper, and that's for the people who I feel really listen to music.
So you're catering for the different
All right, you got to cater for the
audience.
different levels. You got to cater for the different levels, and I hope, and I guess that's what keeps me going, because I believe in that art of not just writing a line for line's sake, but embed it with a deeper meaning. And I got that a lot from my literature in terms of my English teacher with like Shakespeare and Romeo, because Shakespeare would never just say a line for line's sake. In the class, we had to dissect that line. What does it mean? What do you think he's saying? And I was like, oh my gosh, why can't I just read it for what it's being said? But it taught me you can write with deeper meaning and have deeper layers in it.
Yeah.
So
That makes a lot of sense.
Good.
I wasn't a Shakespeare person.
No.
Yeah, I was the maths person.
Yeah, I can tell.
So in English, you probably were excelling, and then I was over there in maths doing my own thing with Mr. Ackroyd. He was a cool guy.
Mr. who?
Mr. Ackroyd. My maths teacher.
That sounds like a weird name.
No, he was a really cool guy.
Okay. Maybe he could have taught me.
Maybe he should have.
Like because I hated algebra.
No, algebra's one of the
Algebra
best.
doesn't make sense. Why you taught us, you spent years in primary school teaching us alphabet, and then we get to high school, you want to teach us numbers and alphabet. It doesn't make sense to me. And to this day, I've not used algebra.
Okay, fine.
I need to just vent and get that off my chest. Yes, anyway. Next question.